What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So we're finally back working on the NSX today. As you saw in the last episode, we did that twin disc clutch install, but we were having some issues. For some reason, we still can't get that clutch to disengage 100%. It's almost there. We actually got more throw than we did before. We still are having issues with disengagement. So we're looking at putting a clutch master cylinder in it, which I already have an OEM Nissan master for this thing. So we're gonna go ahead and work on the car. We're gonna pull that driver's seat out because it is gonna be tight. It is gonna be tight. So thankfully I got Rob here, and he's gonna get his skinny butt in there and be able to unbolt this thing for me, because I definitely can't. There's no way I can fit under there. Not nowadays. There's no way. Plus, I don't think physically I could even move down there far. So we're gonna go ahead and get the seat removed. Once we do that, then we're gonna go ahead and try to reinstall the new master cylinder. Oh man, she needs a bath again. It gets so dirty. Plus I hadn't really gave it a bath. It was more of a foam scrub, but it needs some hands on it. But let's get the seat out of here. It's gonna be tight. All right. So you see, got simple 4 bolts, but then we also have our seat belt needs to be undone. And then after that, there's just a harness right underneath the bottom pan of the seat. Once I get that plugged in, the seat can come right out. Right down here, oh, I see it right there. Pop that little guy off. Power seat. Now, thankfully, this is a 93 car. So the only airbag on this vehicle is actually on the steering wheel. So we don't have to worry about airbag on the seat going on. All right, seat is out. Got a lot more room now. So I do, though, have to take this panel off, which I've had it off before. It's already loose on the bottom. I just got to pull these clips from the top. And they're a pain in the ass because a lot of times they break. And I'm hoping this is not one of those times. Let's give it a shot. One side came out, and don't break. This side's being a pain in the butt. I don't have much room to reach or strength to reach. I got one side out. Let's see if we can get the other one to come out. Come on, baby. Such a pain in the butt. Whew. All right, I have to sit my big butt in here so I can get leverage on there. I got it to pop off. Show it to you. There you go. Cover's off. So now there'll be a little more room to get down here. Also, weird thing that we found out, this ignition switch right here was giving us all kinds of problems on the thing. So turning the key on and off, it was actually shutting the whole car off even at startup. Best way to explain it is you have ignition 1, which lights everything up. Ignition 2 is your starter signal and power, keep power on. Then when you're done with the starter, it goes back to that ignition 2 point, and it should keep the vehicle running. Well, this one it did not. Just so happens I actually bought a brand new ignition switch, knowing because that's a failure point on these NSXs, especially older ones. I figured it still had the original one, so I went ahead and picked one up as a backup, and thank God I did. So it's actually plugged in now to what we were using to do our testing on the last video. But we're gonna go ahead and get this one while we're in there. Go ahead and get the new one installed as well, so we don't have to worry about it anymore. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and tackle the master cylinder, clutch master cylinder, from the outside, from the front trunk, whatever you want to call it, at the front of the car. There's the reservoir, and from there has a line that goes to the master cylinder as a feed. In fact, I have the new master cylinder here. I gotta show you real quick. This little guy right here, see that nipple in the very front? That's where the reservoir for the brake fluid will be going. And then that top where the blue piece is, that's where the hard line threads out to go to the clutch. And of course, the plate goes through the firewall. These studs are inside under the dash, which is why we pulled out the seat and the covers and all that, so we can get Rob in there and try to reach out there. And of course, the pedal that goes hooks up to the clutch pedal. But I got a couple caps that we're going to be using today, so I'm going to disconnect the line. Sorry, I'm doing this one-handed, two-handed deal. All right, so you can see. Plan is to use this plug to cover up this hose here, and then we're going to use that vacuum cap to go on the reservoir. Hopefully it should fit, no issues, and keep from making a big mess. Let's try this 1/2 inch, which is definitely not a Honda thing. They do not do 1/2 inches. Yep, so it's 12. The problem I'm having is this 12 closed in, that's supposed to help, is not really fitting at an angle that I could fit it in here. So let's continue dicking around, see if we can't make this work somehow. And I just keep dropping the wrench. Well, as you can see, I keep dropping the damn wrench, so it's really hard to get into, but I think what we'll end up doing is, instead of trying to reach all the way in there to separate that, we're going to disconnect that line at an easier position, which is right here off the proportioning valve. Let me go ahead and show that to you right now. Follow this line right here, right there. That is where we're going to disconnect it, and then take the whole master cylinder with this line attached to it. Might make it easy to work. Alright. Oh, look at that. A little more room there to work with. Easier there. It broke loose. Oh yeah, nice. Got it to break loose, no problem, no stripping. Heck yeah. That's what's up. Flip it 180. Go the other way. Boom. Oh yeah. Alright. Went and shoved the rag down there just so it'll make a huge mess. Now that we broke it loose, I will go ahead and use a regular wrench to get some turns out of that thing, so I'm not having to flip the wrench back and forth. That's loose by hand. What I'm going to try to do is pull this little guy out like so. It's not really dripping anything much of anything yet, but this rag that I have here is going to catch it. So I'm going to leave it there. That way I don't bend this line too much. And when I get ready to remove the master cylinder you see back here, to remove that back cylinder from the firewall, this whole line, everything should slide forward, which will come off of there. Alright. I think we're good now. Let's go ahead and move to the inside of the car. Alright, let me go ahead and set this camera up here so I can see which way I gotta go. Alright, this is my clutch pedal right here. There's my clutch pedal. Then right up there is going to be that cotter pin that I need to access. Alright, I'll leave that right there. Let's see, from way back here with these needle nose, I should be able to go right through here. Pull this pin. Yeah, look at that. Easy. Easy breezy. Got that out. Gotta get this little guy just fall out of there, hopefully, if we get lucky. Hey, there we go, look. Shook it loose. Didn't even have to get under the car. Boom, there's the pin right there. Now, we've got to find the 2 bolts that hold it through the firewall. Should be 2 nuts somewhere around here. And what's crazy is I think one of them goes through the pedal, and then the other one is way over here. Alright, you can see right there where the pin was. Got that sucker removed. There's now off there. And now we gotta get to the 2 bolts. I'll probably have to get robbed for this. There's no way absolutely no way I'm gonna be able to reach that. And it's hot. It's hot. I'm outside the garage right now. It's pretty hot. Yeah. So yeah. Let me get somebody that can actually fit in there. Man, it's gonna be tight, but it's way up in there. I'm gonna get this long extension and ratchet, and we're gonna get this sumbitch out of here. Alright, let's see. Ooh, man, that was rough. But yeah, we got both of them, got it pulled out. Let's go ahead and start swapping over the hard lines and the hoses, and we'll get that swapped over to the new master cylinder. And the old master cylinder, it doesn't look very old. I pulled the plug out the back, it looks clean, it wasn't leaking. All I could think of is that maybe it's got damage internally. I kind of hope, because I'm gonna have to figure something else out. If this doesn't work, why the clutch isn't disengaging 100%, even with the new twin disc. But let's go ahead and swap all the parts over to the new slave, or to the new master cylinder, and see where we go from there. All right, let's see. Line is gonna go even once it gets remounted. We'll make sure we tighten it where it is even with the master cylinder through here. The hose shouldn't matter too much, but let's go ahead and break this little guy loose first. We'll use that box end 12, shoot it right on there. Should put a little penetrating fluid beforehand, but look at that, came right off. Didn't even have to try. Maybe that's sucking in air, who knows. We're gonna clean these threads up just to make sure. That's a lot of rust there. And it does have a lot of rust on the thread. Look at that. The whole thing is rusted right there. We're gonna clean that up. And yeah, rust on the surface. Muy interesante. So we're gonna get that cleaned up. Let's go ahead and get this hose separated. Like I said, make sure this line lines up with this here. That way it's nice and straight, and get ready to tighten it. Alright, you can see, straight up and down. While I'm here, we're going to go ahead and lock the nut on here. We'll do a little cheating. Put a wrench right there. Another wrench right there. We'll just turn it. There. Not super tight, just snug. So that way it's not moving around. Alright, there it is. Got the gasket transferred over from the old one. And she's ready to go back in. All right, this thing kicked our ass, but we did get the master cylinder for the clutch replaced. But we're still having the same problem. It's just not enough. Not enough throw. I mean, I know these things are a pain in the ass to bleed, the clutches, they really are. But man, we've been to town on this thing for hours. And the only other part that I haven't touched on this thing that goes to the clutch assembly is the proportioning valve. So factory NSXs come with it's like a dampener that goes between the firewall and the slave cylinder at the transmission. And what that's supposed to do is to give you ease of engagement. So whenever you let go of the clutch, it releases it a little bit slower, makes it feel smooth. Now, this car supposedly has an aftermarket delete for that, so you can get all the pressure you can. I don't know. I just looked at it, and it does not look 100% OEM, but it does have the OEM bracket on it. So I don't know. It was done a long time ago. For all I know, there could be a check valve. It's supposed to be just a block of aluminum, but that's going to be the next step. But I am tired. You can see the sun's already passed behind us. I'm going home, get some rest. We're just going to have to tackle again, do a little research, and tackle some more. On a good note, we did find out the ignition switch on this thing was bad. I think I mentioned that in the last video. We found out it was bad, so we went ahead and got that installed today as well. So now it actually starts, it idles. Well, it idles as best it can since I bypassed the idler control valve. But we're going to be installing the idler control valve as well whenever we tackle this other stuff and get that loop back in and actually program it in the AM Infinity ECU. So, but on that, guys, thank you for joining me. Not the greatest video, not the greatest outcome, but it is what it is. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep at it. She's so close, so close to being done in driving, guys. Oh yeah, the headlight. For some reason, I just decided to brake today. So I only got one headlight popping up. The other one, the motor or the rod, the assembly, broke. The motor's still kicking, so we disconnected it. But the rod that opens and closes the headlight took shit. I'm hoping it's not a gear issue. But that's for another day. We got to get this thing catching gears. All right, guys. We'll see you in the next one.